Good late morning, Beat Ball World. We're here for the second set of games in Indianapolis for the Bonanza. Field 1, we are going to be having the Indy Thunder versus Gateway Archers. Going through the lineup here for Thunder over there, Booker is calling out. Thunder is wearing their gray jerseys with white print. The Gateway Archers are wearing their sparkling, almost clean white jerseys. There's a lot of grass stains on them from their first game. They have the white jerseys with black sleeves and their bright logo. They just had their call off and sound up huddle over there on our right. They are at the first base side. A lot of cheering going on over there with the Thunders, with Lewis jumping up and down.
The Thunder come into this game having won their first one, a game that we had right here on our stream. They won 14-8 over the Cleveland Scrappers. The Gateway Archers dropped their first game 21-12 to the BSO Philly Fire. So the Archers are looking for a bounce-back game. The Thunder are looking to keep things rolling and keep their hopes alive to make it to the championship game tomorrow morning. The Thunder are on the third base side. They are the home team again for this game. The Archers are on the first base side. They are the visiting team. We'll fill you in on the lineups as we get going. They're getting ready to start here imminently.
Thunder is ready to take the field. They have everybody pulling down their blindfolds as they make their way onto the field with their spotters. There's a little bit of a quick talk over there with Jared and some teammates on the third base side as they all head on out. And we have the Archers over here on the first base side having a little discussion on the lineup and the order. I think they're still just putting it together as they have clipboards and they're informing one another of who is going to be up.
And they need to figure it out quick. Giving up 21 runs is not what they wanted to do with that new look defense with Mark Morris on board, and just to really expected to be a solid defense, although without Kyle Bora, one of their top starters for this weekend. They do have David Smith for this weekend. Of course, league MVP from the San Antonio Jets. The Jets aren't here, and the Archers had a fairly short roster for this weekend, so they picked up David Smith. That helps. But you give up 21 to Philly, and now you got to face Jared Woodard in this potent Thunder offense. They are looking to get their act together over there and make it a competitive game here, and they will have the first at-bat, so we'll see if they can get started right away.
I believe this is Rich Crussell going to be up at bat.
Rich Crussell and Ethan Johnston. They've got Mark Morris, of course, and they've got Demetrius Morrow, so they've got a lot of punch. The pitching matchup, Johnny Walker for Gateway and Jared Woodard for the Indy Thunder. Good matchup, good pitching matchup here. Rosina?
Yep, we have Rich up at bat. And Johnny is out with his lovely full face mask, tossing a couple tosses. Didn't like that ball, tossed it to the catcher. Going to try that out for another ball already.
Rich Crussell was an all-star last year. He competed down in San Antonio in the all-star event. He's been an all-star at the World Series before. He's an excellent two-way player.
And a little twisting there at the waist to get his muscles all limbered up and ready for some hard-hitting swings as they need to get on the board right away quickly. Johnny going to toss in a couple pitches with this new ball here. Just having a toss past as Rich listens to it come across the plate.
The one lineup change we know for the Indy Thunder today, this second game, is no Gerald Dicus for this game, and so Zach Bueller will move up to the leadoff spot for the Indy Thunder. We'll get to more of that in the bottom of the first as the Archers are getting ready to bat. Umpire.
Definitely ready for this game. Got a steady breeze coming in as we're boosting up into it's about 88 degrees out here right now with very few clouds.
It's warming up. Umpire says play ball.
Got to check on first base. We've got it plugged in. Oh, and it just decided to kick on. Still a weak third.
Here we go. Let's play ball, y'all. Rosina on the play-by-play.
Y'all. Sounds very Ozarkian.
Play ball, y'all.
Johnny getting ready for this pitch. And just catching it on that first pitch, and it drops into the catcher's mitt. hard strike, just missing that by about an inch.
You can hear the whoosh on his swing as we're sitting right behind home plate here.
And nicking off right over behind my chair. That's okay. We're all good. I tried to stop it with my feet, but I'm not. Obviously not a defensive fielder. Basketball was more my thing, where I could use my hands a little bit more.
But he fouled that straight back, which means the timing is there. These two played together with the Colorado Storm years ago.
Another whoosh hard, but that is going to be an out for Rich.
It's a tough start for the Archers.
It's going to be bringing up David Smith. With his green Nike cleats.
And his .800 batting average from the 2022 World Series. He tied for the top batting average in the league at that tournament with Joe McCormick from the Boston Renegades, who is not here this weekend for Boston. David Smith is here, but he's wearing a Gateway Archers jersey today. He will be a Jet the rest of the season, though. This is temporary.
And another hard whoosh as it goes past.
David Smith is one of the biggest power hitters in the league right now. Came in 2017.
Sliding over the top of that ball by about an inch and a half.
David Smith was part of that rookie class of 2017 that included guys like Corian White for the Indy Edge. Pretty good players.
Popping up, it's going to come foul over right between the Archers and ourselves. Weak sounding beep there as David plowed into it.
So he's found his bat, and again, David Smith doesn't ordinarily hit off of Johnny Walker. David Smith's normal pitcher, of course, is Jeremy Lopez for the Jets,
who did a wonderful job last year.
Oh, he was
a rookie
outstanding.
pitcher.
He was incredible at the World Series, and then he went toe-to-toe with Jarrett at the All-Star event.
I missed that one. Actually had an event for my daughter, so I was unable to attend.
But you had an up-close and personal look at all of these folks at the World Series. You covered a lot of games there. So.
And winding up for the next pitch. Slamming it, dropping behind the pitcher, out in the field. It is out there. He is safe. They're not even hustling for the ball. They might be calling dead ball. They're not even going for the ball.
You wonder. It definitely quieted off the bat. Whether it's dead or not, I don't know. It went quiet off the bat, but that was also high, hard, and up the middle, and it just split. Remember, the Thunder defense, their personnel has changed, but they line up, Rosina, if you notice, they still leave the middle kind of open, and they're supposed to cross over. So the way to beat the Thunder defense is to hit one hard and up the middle. They don't have anybody there.
Well, it definitely dropped, and nobody even went for it. We do have the umps heading out to check.
They're checking. Yeah, I think it may be dead.
And they were not even trying for it. I did hear a confirmation of dead ball.
Dead ball. So that's a long, loud nothing, unfortunately for David Smith.
Making the way up. Booker already getting a new ball out of the bag, so we'll be all ready when our ump returns.
And
in the hands of Johnny.
Under the current rule, they keep the same count on a dead ball, so he's going to go back up there with the same count that he had before, which I believe is 3 strikes. One swinging and 2 foul balls. He doesn't get a new count, even though he just crushed the ball.
Taking a deep breath as he stepped back from the plate, stepping back up forward.
They ought to change that rule back. They ought to give him a new count. You hit a ball like that, it goes dead.
That weak, warbly third base.
Let's see if he can do it again here.
And that is going to be a strike.
And see, that's so unfortunate. You kill a ball on 3 strikes, and you got to come up there and you get a clean swing and miss. So that goes from being a sure run to the second strikeout of the inning.
That's bringing Ethan up to bat for the Archers.
Ethan Johnston. the former catalyst of the Colorado Storm team, which was so good. They placed third 3 or 4 times back in the early part of the last decade. A lot of those guys are on this team now. Demetrius Morrow, Rich Crussell, Ethan Johnston, Johnny Walker. They were all Colorado Storm players.
It's low as it drops. It's foul on the third base side. Dropped almost right at his feet and rolled out about halfway down to third base.
Ethan's still got a lot of speed. He may not be as fleet of foot as maybe he was 20 years ago, but he has still got a ton of speed, a lot more than me, and we're about the same age.
Bringing that bat all the way down. Going to be a strike.
Ethan will be in the Beat Baseball Hall of Fame someday. I can almost promise you that, and it may not be too far.
Another slight miss.
Johnny Walker's struggling to find these batters right now. Other than David Smith's ball, there hadn't been really a hard-hit ball in this game yet, and there's been 2 strikeouts. He has got to hit their bats. And he strikes out the side in the top of the first.
That's a sad start there for the Archers. They're definitely going to have to dig in here on some defense so they can try to redeem themselves back up at bat again.
We'll take a look at this Indy Thunder offense, which scored 14 runs on a pretty stout Cleveland defense in that first game. And 6 of those runs came in the 5th inning. They had 8 runs through the first 4.
Yeah, Cleveland was very impressive that first game. I was very impressed by how hard they were hustling out there and trying.
Again, no Gerald Dicus in this game, but I understand Kyle Lewis will be starting in this game. We did not see Kyle last game, and Kyle was injured all of last season. So Kyle's last really productive season was in 2021, of course, when the Thunder had their drive for 5.
We have Zach making his way up to the plate with his incredibly bright blue and orange shoes.
So Bueller, who I want to say was 4 for 5 on the last game, is up to the leadoff spot now in Gerald's absence.
Well, I see Gerald actually in the batting box right now, practicing swinging, so I'm not sure if they rescinded
maybe
that.
They rescinded that because I know they called. You know what? They may have done that and put him in. We didn't get a lineup card from them before the game.
We did not. Archer's calling out in the field.
So it is going to be Dicus leading off.
No, he'll be second.
Okay, he's on deck.
Yes.
That's odd. They did switch the 2 of them. Well, Zach was hitting the ball so well.
Yep, Zach is up right now. And swinging high over that pitch.
You know what they may have done since he's DH? They may have subbed a defender.
Just barely tipping the edge of that as it rolls behind him.
Out for Gerald after the top of the first and just stuck him in that second spot.
Count 0-2.
Slamming it down into third, easy inside the line, scooping it up into Ethan. He has it right there. He jumped in front of it, caught him in the chest, rolled down to his stomach, just pulled it right up. That was an easy out for Ethan.
One of the more solid infielders that has ever played this game, and Ethan Johnston still can do it. That was a nice little scoop.
And it does bring Gerald up to bat, number 2 spot.
So, if you heard me say earlier that Gerald wasn't in the lineup today, it may have been true in the top of the first, but it is no longer. He's in the second spot in the batting order now, and I think Kyle Lewis. Is that Kyle on deck now?
I've got some people between me and there. So.
1 out.
High pop up. It's going to go behind him. He kind of stretched out a little as he swung that up and high to catch it.
I can tell you that is Kyle Lewis on deck. I hear where he's standing.
And slamming it down on the ground behind Jared, right past Ethan's feet. It's going to go to the backup out there, but he is going to be safe for Gerald Dykes getting the first run in of this game.
Now, that is one that, you know, that Kyle Bora, if he's playing on the right side there, short opposite Ethan, might have been able to get over and maybe cut off, but second line's going to have to help out. The Archer's strength is, and has always been, over the last few years, they're short defenders. Their back line has needed some work. Now, Mark Morris, coming from the edge, is supposed to shore that up, and we'll see if it does. I'm keeping an extra eye on two players for the Archers today. Mark Morris is one.
They have Mark Morris short in center. But
Sure.
we do have Kyle Lewis up to bat, left-handed batter.
They'll play Mark up shorter this tournament because they don't have Kyle Bora. But I think when the Archers are at full strength, you're going to see Mark deeper.
Oh, that pitch was very high.
Kyle Lewis, this is his first competitive at-bat in a game since 2021. He was out last year with a knee.
And a little bit closer to his bat. He was a little under it. Slamming it up, a high pop-up about 100 feet, and that's going to bounce back foul.
That's Kyle's game, though. That's Kyle's game. Power and hang time. And get to the base. And he was such an integral part of the Indy Thunder's run of championships, for those who remember. It just seemed like every time he came up late in a game, in a close game, he'd get a hit.
Tapping that home plate, winding up again.
I called him a San Antonio Jet heartbreaker.
Oh, and that's out as he swings.
There's a strikeout. All right, only one in and 2 outs now. They've gotten through the top half of this Thunder lineup with minimal damage.
Cody Jeffries will be up to bat.
Cody had a good game last game. I believe he scored at least 3.
At least 3. Jared getting him lined up a little closer to him, to the plate. And I think we lost a paper.
Yeah. Was that me?
Hold on. I got caught.
I was going to say.
We're all good. A little bit dropping on the pitch, just missing. And popping it up high, about 120 to 30 feet up, right behind Rich, bouncing in there. Mark Morris over there, but he is safe. That is going to be the second run for the Thunder by Cody Jeffries.
That's a really good beat ball hit. Again, high in the air. It bounces. It kicks a little bit.
Right behind Rich Crussell.
Okay, so Dylan Berry, who started in the top of the first for defensive purposes, is being subbed for
Chris
Dunleavy.
Up checking the ball. They might be calling a dead ball there.
Oh, that would be a shame.
It's just sitting on the ground there. Dead ball.
All right, that's one per team. So David Smith had one go dead, and that cost him a run. And now Cody Jeffries, let's see if he can make up for it. But for right now, take that run off the board.
So it's back to 1-0.
And for those that are keeping count, that's 2 dead balls now in the first 6 batters of the game. 7. We had really good fortune in our first game with balls not dying.
The first ball was great. The second one died on its first hit.
But I think we made it through that game on 3 balls.
Yes.
We are already on our 3rd ball now, and we are 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
A couple practice tosses there to listen to the beep as it goes by. Very weak third. another high popper, about 120 feet. But this is going to drop him right behind the pitcher. Rich is going to have to really run for that. And he is safe, so he did duplicate. Same first base, almost the same type of hit, just a little shorter. So he is duplicating that to put that second run back up on the board.
All right, so Cody comes up. He does it twice.
Only counts once.
Only counts once.
But he did do it twice. Have Chris up to bat.
2 on the board.
Chris standing at ease, all in gray. He even has gray high socks up over his gray underleggings there.
Yeah, here we go. Faces, please.
Get that first. Weak third.
Let's see if they turn first base on.
Set. Ready. Hit.
No.
And tipping off on the edge of his bat.
Which is a good thing because they turned on that weak third base. It's still audible, but that's...
It's pretty, sounds pretty sickly. Up, calling for a new ball.
Ooh, they're calling for a new ball already. So this is going to be the 4th ball now of the game. I didn't think that last one was that bad. All right, they want a new one, though.
Player's privilege.
Definitely
Definitely got to be able to hear it.
Player's privilege until you run out of balls, though.
Well, then you have to go back and pick the best of the worst.
Yeah, you bet.
A hard soccer out into left field by Chris as he runs for first. And he's plowing it. Nice, safe, and easy as Toby goes down to return him.
Well, if you haven't noticed, Jared in the Indy Thunder offense is going to that right field side here a lot early in this game. Middle and to the right side, because the one time they tested that left side, Ethan definitely scooped one up over there, right? So
He absolutely did.
now, let's see who they've got in the 6th spot here.
This is Adam up at bat.
Here we go, guys. Faces, please.
Jared looking out at the field behind him. Holding the ball up and ready for the pitch.
Set. Ready. Hit.
Adam tapping that down on the ground just into a fair play, but that's going to be right in front of Rich, and he has scooped that up easily as an out. Adam tumbling into the base, but definitely an out by Rich Crussell.
Well, not bad. They got the outs that they were supposed to get. And so we've got a 3-0 Indy Thunder lead as we head to the 2nd. And the Archers need to get the bats going.
Definitely, at least they held them to 3 so they could come back up. They're really going to have to dig in on offense better than they did the last inning. We're going to have to be encouraged by that. They did some really good defense there. They're just going to have to come up and take that wind and just plow it into us, hitting some balls.
You've got to minimize the strikeouts if you can. That's the key here. And as these fields, I won't say dry out, but as it heats up, the fields will get a little faster. The grass is still thick, so these...
It is very thick out there. Chad coming up to bat.
Chad Dillon.
I believe he's a left-handed hitter here.
I believe he'll be followed by Demetrius Morrow
Yes,
and
he
then
will.
Mark Morris. And that'll be your lineup. So now we at least have lineup set for you guys here.
There's some sound out in the field out there. Kyle having a little bit of a fit out there in far right. Yelling encouragingly at the Thunder teammates.
Kyle's a ball of
It
energy.
looks like Cody Jeffries has been moved from short right defense over into center, and Ikram's been moved over to right instead of left. Well, Adam is now moved into that left spot on defense front.
And Adam started this game on defense. He did not start the last game. He came in as a substitution later on, so that makes sense.
And Chad winding up his bat. And slammed it, almost hit Johnny. It's right down the center on the ground. Ikram running for it. I think he's going to have it. He's just got to get it in the air. He's got him out.
But I'll tell you what, that was good contact. That's a start for Gateway. I mean, that was good timing, and the contact was up the middle. It was just on the ground, and the ball's sucking him up. Chad's got power, but he's not the fleetest runner in the world, and Ikram got to it quick. So
hustled right over there.
But
I
all
was
you can
pretty
do is
sure he
make-
was going to gobble that.
If you're a pitcher, all you can do is make the defense make a play. Get the hitter to put it in place somewhere, and they pick it up, they pick it up.
Bases, please.
Okay, we got Demo up.
Demo's got the power to lose one if he gets a hold of it. Demetrius Morrow also, one of
Rather squeaky over there.
our NBBA board of directors.
Newly elected last year.
First again.
That's sounding a little better this time around. Third still weak.
Here we go. One out.
Oh, a swoosh. You could hear that loud whoosh as he went over that ball by about 3 inches.
It's good to see this pitcher and this batter back together again. They were together for about a decade over in Colorado.
Set. Ready, ball.
Tipping off, dropped right down to home plate and rolled back to the catcher.
Set. Ready, ball.
Slamming it high over into left past Adams' head. Going over to Zach, rolling past Zach's legs. Demo is going to just, there he is. He is safe. Zach grabbed that ball just as Demo was hitting first base, but he did not have it in the air. He had recovered it after missing it, bouncing over his legs, but just couldn't do it in time.
Yeah, and you know, when you play that deep, even with a runner that's a little slower like Morrow, you really only get one chance, and I'm a little bit surprised. You know, and again, Zach hadn't played a lot of defense in the last 3 years, and here he is, and he was a little out of position there. If he's in better position, that ball hits him and he picks it up. He had to make a second effort at it, and it was just a split second too late. He will be picking those up by the World Series, though.
Have Mark up at bat,
One out.
listening to those bases.
Yeah, can we make sure the base speaker is turned?
So the rookie, the other one besides Mark Morris, I was interested in seeing for the Archers, the rookie Caleb Wright, who's one of our top rookies on our board. He's not starting in this game. We may see him at some point later. He's got a really good bat. Saw him in Springfield, Illinois last fall when they did the showcase. The battle for Illinois, as it would, with the Comets.
We're going to turn the base a little. Definitely third is sounding better now.
Yes, it is. Other game. I'll get to it in a second.
Mark with a very wide stance there at home plate, leaning his left shoulder in, scooping right underneath that ball.
Set. Ready, ball.
Scooping right underneath it, almost a duplicate. It's just got to bring that ball up just a little bit more.
3-1 Thunder, top of the second. One out.
Set. Ready, ball. Strike.
It's going to be another strike. Just going to make some contact.
Set. Ready, ball.
Oh, tipped on that one. Definitely it's got a little contact.
There you go. So, this is the money pitch right here for Johnny Walker and Mark Morris.
Set. Ready, ball.
And he did. Bopped it on the ground right down the center. Over to Adam.
Foot
Adam
race.
is scrambling, and Adam has him out.
Ooh, gunned him just barely. Just not enough speed on that ground ball there. And
Now,
boy,
that grounder is a very dangerous zone out there. People are scooping those up.
did you see how fast Mark Morris got down to that base too?
He was down there very quick,
Burner.
but it was a short hit, and Adam just had that. It's going to bring Rich up to bat again
So
for
that's
the
the
Archers.
second out of the inning.
Set in the field. Here we go.
Archers did get on the board. A run by Morrow. Russell struck out leading off the game.
2 out. Set. Ready, ball. Strike.
Oh, Rich is twisting almost completely around there.
Set. Ready, ball. Strike.
A little bit late on that swing, just missing.
Go, Walker. All right, it's you and me. Here we go.
strikes.
It's gonna be 3. Slamming it, but that's going to be foul about 20 feet outside the first base side.
Still a little bit late getting around him.
Yeah, it just seems to be catching it. It's just off just enough.
So what I would do if I was Johnny Walker now is bringing it on his hands. Just trying to get contact somewhere. Just jam him. Go for the higher percentage part of the bat.
He slams it up, a short high popper. Ikram running for it. It bounced one way. He's going to be safe. There was nothing really Ikram could do. He ran towards it. It bounced back from the other direction of where he was running. Had to turn around and go back for it. And by then, Rich was safe at the base.
That's those hops. Again, we talked about it before. When you hit it to the right side of the field in the air like that, and you're a righty, sometimes you can't predict the bounce. It was a nice effort by Ikram, but it's 3-2 now. 2 outs still, top of the second.
It's going to be David up at bat for the Archers again. That does keep the Archers in the game there at the 3-2.
Here we go. Bases lead. Still 2 outs.
And David winding up with his white and gold gloves. Popping it up, and it's going to be foul. Watch out, Archers. Hit the top of their tent, just narrowly missed going inside and hitting somebody on the head.
All of these righties are late.
They're all just a touch late.
Yeah.
Just makes that champ might be just a second off. Split second.
Yeah. And there's a couple ways you can fix that. You can back them up in the batter's box a little bit, but only so far.
And a slammer by David on the ground over to left. Adams trying to keep up with it. It's going faster than he can go. And he is safe. That's going to tie it up. He was running along with it. It was like a horse running alongside a truck and down the fence line. It was past him.
That was tough. And that was rolling away from him. And so now we got a tie ball game. 3-3.
With Ethan Johnston.
Got a nice little rally going here for Gateway with 2 outs as they put a couple on the board. Other games going on right now while this one is in progress. You got the Indy Edge and the Boston Renegades, Bayou City Heat and Chicago Comets, and the BSO Philly Fire and the Cleveland Scrappers.
Sun is now almost up directly atop of us. It's out of my line of sight, so I can actually see a little bit of where I'm aiming the camera. Ethan up at bat.
Hang on one sec, I'm me. Sorry. Did it? Try again.
Still got a very weak sounding third.
We will get you updates on those other games in progress
Here we go.
when we can, and if you have updates, feel free to send them in.
Oh, Ethan popping it up into the center. Short little popper there just past Cody. Stumbled over it. Now he's after the up, and he is safe. That is going to put the Archers ahead. Cody just not getting that, rolling right over the ball, having to get up and go back after it. It just needs to be a little bit more hustle, and the Archers now getting that momentum they had from out there on the field. And defense, I was hoping that they could come back in and maintain some of that hype up at bat, and it looks like they are trying to do that.
3 in a row now with 2 outs to put them in front, 4-3.
Putting Chad up, bat, left-handed batter. This Thunder is going to have to get their defensive head back in the game.
Dylan grounded out to Ikram his last time up. Now that was me that time. I got it.
And a tipping on it.
Folks, I've got papers blowing everywhere, and Rosina's going to smack me if it keeps happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my trusty little paperweight again, which is doing no good in my shirt pocket. We're just going to cover. There we go.
Chad winded back. Just over the top of that pitch.
The wind has picked up just a little bit.
It definitely feels good.
Careful. The Indy Thunder roster is going to be blown halfway to Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus might need the info. And it was a little tight on the inside, right up tight on his bat. He did get a hold of it, but it did not go anywhere.
They used to have a tournament in Columbus, Ohio in middle July. It was usually the last one before the World Series. For a number of years they had a tournament out there right across from the Horseshoe, Ohio State football stadium.
And slamming it out into right field. They are rushing for that, Kyle. There's no way he's getting that. And that is going to put another run up, a 2-run lead for the Archers. You can hear that joy over there as they're trying to redeem themselves from their first game of the day. A lot of happiness over there.
Yeah, we've had sort of a mood swing here in this top of the second inning. That's now 4 in a row with 2 outs. As this is a nice little rally going on now for Johnny Walker. And that was a solid shot. Opposite field. Now you got another banger with Demetrius Morrow. He scored. He started all this drama. Other than the Mark Morris ground out, there's been 4 or 5 runs through this part of the order. And now we're back to Morrow. So 5 out of 6 have scored here.
The field is ready. Demo winding that bat up with his dark green Nike gloves. He let out a slow exhale. Pitch was a little bit low, about 3 inches under the bat. And clobbering almost hit Johnny. It's bouncing around, but it's right into Adam. You know he's gonna, he's got that right there.
Sometimes you almost wish you would have just hit your pitcher on the foot, or maybe he'd accidentally, on purpose, maybe got a leg in the way or something, but no dice there, and so that ends the inning. A good inning for the Archers, though. They respond with 5.
Brings the Thunder in, and they're definitely going to have to pull back up from that if they want to reclaim that.
So
Archers.
It is 5-3. Also, if anybody cares to chime in with final scores, we know Boston, or Bayou City won their game over Boston, and we know the Edge won their game over Chicago, but we don't have finals on that. We do know the final score of the Indy Thunder game against Cleveland was 14-8, and we know that the Philly Fire beat Gateway 21-12. And so there's other games going on now, and more games coming up after lunch.
You got Zach up to bat, adjusting his laces on the tongue of his shoe there as he waits for the Archers to finish setting up out in the field. And Jared telling him, all right, go ahead and pick your bat up. Johnny double checking to make sure everybody's set out in the field. They didn't sound near as excited out there as they did right next to us over here a minute ago.
Right.
Bases, please. Bottom of the second.
But they need to stay up. They can't let up on defense here because the Thunder have the last at-bats in this game. They are the home team.
Tipping right off, back over to Booker.
Bueller's been on just about everything today.
A hard clobber up into the center, about 120 feet, dropping behind Rich, and he's already plowed into that base. Kicked it with his feet as he went down.
Not much you can do about that one, and that had a sweet sound too, right on the barrel. And as long as that ball's still alive, and I believe it is.
Yeah, it's already been tossed back up to Jared.
That's a run.
Zach kind of jauntily smiling as he comes back.
He knows he got
base.
a good one there. You know you got a good one. That'll put a smile on your face.
Big old smile right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing Jared.
Here we go. Bases, please.
Come on, Gerald's listening for those base. Kind of a weak third still. And a hard slammer down into center. Right bounces under Ethan's arm as he dives
Somebody's
for
going to
it.
have to cut it off.
There, no, he is. Nope, that is a run. Gerald, you're not going to mess with that if he has a second to get there.
You only get one chance with Dicus, and I'm telling you, that is some kind of 1-2 punch at the top of the Thunder's order with those two. And now it doesn't get any easier here now because you got the lefty, Kyle Lewis.
Gerald taking his time coming back.
Tied
I
game.
know I did well.
He got those 2 runs back pretty quick. We're tied at 5.
Little handshake there with Kyle Booker as he comes back by the plate, heading to his bench.
Here we go. Bases, please.
Tapping of the home plate.
Third base doesn't sound great, but it's functional at least.
The hard slammer out into center, far behind
crushed.
everybody.
Forget it.
There's nothing. They're still out there. They're still crawling towards it.
I don't think it wasn't out to the line, but that was
It was not a homer, but that was it was dropped almost right behind the third row and then rolled.
So that's 3 straight that were crushed, and the last 2 were on the first pitch. So 3 straight balls that were just absolutely hammered. We've seen Jared and the Thunder offense do this before, maybe with a few more bangers at one time, but those 3 are certainly 3
They're
of their.
still getting the job done.
And Cody, who can crush too now. He comes to the plate. The Thunder offense really looks like it's heating up. 6-5 now, Indy back in
Winding
front.
that bat up. Another hard slammer right out into center right, bouncing behind Rich. They're not even in the right direction looking for it.
Yes, sir, and that is 4 in a row now without a swing and a miss, and they've all been hard hit. So
And that is the Thunder's response to the Gateways. 5.
sure.
If you can do it, we can too.
And what they've figured out to do is this high-tempo offense. When they hit balls without them swinging and missing, they'll get the next batter right up there and ready to go. And as soon as that ball comes in, Jared's ready to go. The defense doesn't have time to relax. They don't have time to catch their breath, and they can just run a team out of a game doing this.
Brings Chris up at ease at the plate. Looks very relaxed. No big deal, just another day at the field.
No outs.
4 in, nobody out.
High pop-up, same position, right behind Rich over into right. They're
Bouncing
scrambling
away.
for it, and again, they're not. It's as soon as it's dropping, it's almost like they've given up. They're not even hustling after it. It's like it's dropped, and they just are kind of feeling around with their hands, and they're not after it.
So, and to the Thunder's credit, right now, they're doing one of 2 things. Either they're hitting it really hard up the middle, or they're hitting it real high to right field, and it's taking bounces, and it's tough. And that's 5 in a row, and he's not wasting pitches either. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, they're
been-
just going nailed first
What?
and second pitch.
I think I've counted 7 pitches in this inning, and they've gotten 5 runs.
Archer's doing a little powwow huddle out in the field in center. They're going to have to recover and get back a hold of this momentum and try to slow the Thunder down.
So remember the 5 runs the Archers scored in the top half of this inning? The Thunder just promptly got the 5 right back with nobody out. And Adam Rodenbeck coming to the plate. This is the Thunder team I remember.
Still a little conferencing going on out there in the field. Adam taking it easy at home plate.
Well, they
Jared-
gotta, it's tough. It's tough when balls are flying over your head and bouncing around, and it's getting hot out here, and you already played one game and you didn't get the result you were hoping for. But they got to keep the energy level up there out there. When you say they're not really, it looks like a low energy level, and they need to pick it up.
It's almost like they're trying that initial try, and then when it drops, it's just like, I can't get to it. See if they can.
And Gateway will not be in Bolingbrook next weekend, so this is they're going to be the best action they're going to get until they host their tournament here at the end of this month. And
What, I think the 30th to the 2nd, I believe.
Here we go.
Correct.
Bases, please. No outs.
Adam stretching that bat up. And then back out behind his shoulder.
Strike.
And it's going to be a strike. High pop-up out into just center. Come on, Mark. It bounced off his shoulders, and he is safe.
Mark wasn't clean. If he was clean, he gets that out. That's a tough play, but he's got to be clean with it. So that's 6 in a row now to start the bottom of the second for the Thunder, and they are up 9-5. And coming back now to the Bueller and Dykes and Lewis trio.
Jared making his way back around home plate. Zach stands patiently waiting. Yeah, that was a hard one. Popped right off his shoulder and just did not have the time to recover it. Pop up over to the left. I think that's going to be fair.
Let's see if it
It's
stays
just past
fair.
Ethan.
It did.
Oh,
It's gone.
David tried. Oh, it was past Ethan. David tried to go get it, tried to scoop it up in his arms, brought it up, but it bounced off his shoulders. It was going so hard that it just bounced right back off of him.
The best thing that could have happened there is if that ball hadn't stayed fair. It was called the 1, but it was fair.
It was fair. It was inside the line by a good 10 feet. It was a little hard to tell at first in the air, but
And the Thunder are rolling again.
instead of rolling down a river, it's a rolling down the Thunder.
Rolling down the lineup, rolling the
don't need to be
lineup
singing.
over, rolling it down again, and now it's 10-5, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight right now. Still nobody out, and here's Gerald Dykes, who's the last person you want to see in a situation like this if you're the Archers.
Faces, please.
Still a very weak third, but staying in there. Oh, tipping right off into Booker's mitt. Pop up right over here. It's coming pretty consistent there.
He's right on it. He's following it straight back. If he straightens it out, it's going to either go high or it's going to go a long way.
Definitely would not have suspected with Gerald's build that he definitely is swinging it like it's going to be out there at the edge of the field. And a slammer out. I believe it's going to be fair over into right field. And he just even put his foot out and kicked it. He didn't even.
It may be dead though. They did call dead ball over there. It didn't sound like it was still beeping. We'll see what happens. But you're right. No, what you said earlier is exactly. Gerald's got deceptively good power because he's got a lot of upper body in that
Very
little
wiry.
frame of him. Yeah, and he's,
Not wily, but wiry.
he's got some MMA experience and things of that nature. And so he was, he keeps himself fit. He keeps himself in good shape. He's a registered nurse for his day job, and so you definitely, he's a health-conscious guy.
I did not hear the call.
That ball's beeping.
I think he called it live.
Yeah, it was beeping. It was just so far away from the fielder that they couldn't hear it. It was down like you said.
It is live.
What
That
we
will
call
count.
the green door. He went opposite field with that, and that's just not fair. When you got a right-handed hitter as fast and powerful as Gerald, and he can hit opposite field
I wouldn't
down
say
the line.
it's not fair.
It's not fair.
He's just talented and he's using it. You got to take advantage of
Not
what you
fair.
got.
As a defense, you can only cover so many parts of the field, and when when he can go to all of them like that, and 8 in a row now.
So that will bring Kyle, left-handed batter, up for the Thunder, standing very comfortably relaxed at home plate. Jared getting a couple tosses in with this new ball. Now, the other ball was fair, but they did call for a new ball.
Yeah, the run counts, but we're now on our 5th ball.
Faces, please. No out.
Kyle doing a wind-up, rotating the bat around the world to the shoulder. Oh, and that was a a little tight on the inside, and I've noticed that he was a little tight on the inside on his last lift. Just catching the edge, that's going to be foul right up.
So now he made the adjustment. May have over-adjusted a little bit, though. May have come a little bit outside on that one. Let's see if he can split the difference now, put it right on his sweet spot. Time called.
I believe that is the comments I hear way up there on the other field. No, he took a pass. He leaned into it and then took a pass.
And I'm going to guess that Jared instructed him to take that pitch. You get a full
Out by
count.
about 2 inches.
So the first 3-strike count of this entire inning. And they've got 8 runs on the board in the inning.
And the slam almost hit Jared's head. He ducked. It's right down the middle. It's straight to Mark. He's got to scoop it up in time. He is out.
And that's a good play by Mark Morris. That's why they brought him over.
He just kind of squatted down right in front of it and let it come right to him.
So that stops the run of 8 straight, reaching base. And that's the first out now here in still the bottom of the second inning. It is the Thunder 11, Gateway Archers 5.
With Cody Jeffries up. Several archers out there with hands on their hips as they're standing in the field. Mark clapping his hands together, and Ethan as well. Come on, team.
Yep, call the save. There's a double call. Double call.
Oh, they called a double call. I didn't hear it, but they now look. A double call is where 2 spotters on the field call 2 different numbers on one play. And if that happens and the umpire catches it, that's an automatic run. So reverse that out. That's the 9th run of the inning, and that's the last thing in the world the Gateway Archers just needed. Now it's 12-5.
Slammer on the ground for Cody, right up just under Rich's legs as Cody runs over to first. Mark trying to skate. He's got him out. Just split seconds in time, but he did get it. That was great by Mark.
Dave Taylor called him safe.
Did he? Oh, that looked out.
I'm sorry, that's Kevin Johnson, not Dave Taylor, but it sounded like he called him safe. They're going to... He did. And he called him a run.
Okay.
So that's 10 now. 10 in the inning.
Ouch.
Still nobody out, and that double call can really hurt. You saw one of the most harmful double calls in the history of the sport, probably, in that 2021 championship game before Corey White hit his home run. Remember that? On a ball that David Smith had off of Dykes' bat, and Jason Price caught a double call on San Antonio. And, of course, the rest is history.
Got Chris up at bat.
13-5, and now you got to be worried about the run rule because there's nobody out, and you're 4 runs away from it.
Pop-up's going to be foul over on the right. Jared instructing Chris, if you don't hear the base, just run to third.
The Thunder have had 16 batters up in this game total, and they have scored 13 of them.
A little hop there by Chris. Slamming it down the center on the ground, just past Chris.
This is
past
playable.
Mark has got it. He's got it. He's out.
There you go.
Surely they're calling that one out.
So that's Mark would say that's the third putout he's made of this inning, but he's only gotten credit for one because one was a double call and one was a bang-bang play that went against him. That one will count. And finally, the Archers record an out here in the second inning.
Bringing Adam up.
Now Rodenbeck to the plate.
field.
Little conference there between Jared and Booker. Base, he's trying to fix the cord. There we go.
If you want to learn more about beep baseball, visit our website at www.nbba.org. There's a wealth of information from the National Beep Baseball Association, the sanctioning body of the sport of beep baseball.
A grounder there right down the center. Just Ethan, bounced off his face. Ouch. He's scrambling to grab it. Oh, they're calling it out.
There's the bang, bang, and this time the Archers get the call.
I could not see that one because I had the ump between me. All I could see was Ethan trying to recover that off his face.
Kevin Johnson was in good position to make that call, though, and he called him out. And so now there's some hope for the Archers here to get out of this inning. That's the second out now.
And getting a new ball.
That's the good news. The bad news is you're back up to the top of the Thunder lineup with Zach Bueller, who's been hitting everything everywhere.
Into the air forever, just about. You could hear Adam heckling from over there on the bench. Why do you waste a good ball on Zach?
Well, I think that's the fifth or sixth one we've had.
I think we're on the 6th.
Here we go, 2 outs. Set, ready, hit.
Oh, just tipping right off. Was center just a little bit high.
Set, ready, hit.
Slamming high, far out into left. That's going to be just before David. He's rushing to grab it. He's got it.
No.
Oh, we're going to see who's calling
way.
it. This is going to be...
I think he was safe, actually, man.
He's going to go confirm.
There's no way. I didn't think that. What do you think? Did you get a good look?
I didn't get a good look at the run. I could only see half of it, of the base.
My ears told me he was safe, but
he had the hold of that. I just don't know how far. They're calling him safe. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You got to have the ball off the ground, under control, and away from the body to record a putout in this sport. If any one of those three elements are missing, the ump should call him safe. I think the issue there may have been control. Yeah.
Back up to Gerald.
That extends the lead to 9 now, 14-5.
Waiting for them to reset back out there. David coming back up from his long run. Tipping off, dropping straight down. Slamming it, almost hit Jared's right on the center, just out of Ethan's reach. And Mark's got it. Oh, it's fumbled out of his fingers.
He dropped it.
He just didn't have control. It was on the ground. He was just kind of fumbling to keep it.
Oh, man, that's what we talk about. You got to have it off the ground, under control, and away from the body. And wow.
That is really rough for Mark. He's had so many of them almost rights there. Could have, sort of, course.
Yeah, this is a frustrating inning for him, I'm sure. But it's worse than that now. It's 15-5, and they need to get one of these next 2 runners out, or we're going to be in a 12-run rule.
Got Kyle up.
Kyle Lewis. So they got to either get Kyle or Cody. This is not going to be easy.
Swinging over the ball.
Not the way Jared's pitching.
He's got him moved over a little. Again, underneath that ball by about 3 or 4 inches. Oh, tipping off. Booker caught that. Had to jump up in the air just a touch to grab that from hitting the scorekeeper's table.
Kyle, throughout his career, has been one of the better 3-strike hitters that we've had in the sport, though. He loves hitting with 3 strikes. I don't know why.
That comeback feeling. And there he goes. Almost hit. Jared had to bop out. But it is a low little ground one. Rich running over there to grab it. Yeah. And he's got him out.
That ends the inning. But a lot of bloodshed in that one by the Indy Thunder. A 12-run inning for the host team, and it is 15-5 as we head to the third. 10-run lead for the Thunder.
Yeah, the Archers coming back in, not quite the same enthusiasm as they came back in after those crushing outs from the last inning. They're really going to have to get in a much happier, more positive mood set as they go to come up at bat like they were last time. Instead of this 10-lead loss, they're going to have to just ignore that, get out there, and get some hits.
Yeah, because look, even if you don't come back to win this game, you got another game this afternoon, and you got one tomorrow morning, and so you want to at least go into the rest of the tournament with momentum.
Absolutely. Got to just keep going, shake that off. That was last inning. Let's go on. Let's get a pair of bat. Got Mark coming up to bat. Sparkly white and gold shoes. Johnny kind of angling with his hand of where he's wanting the ball to go out in front of him.
I wonder if those other games started a little bit late, although I know the Comets game is going. I have no scoreboard updates yet.
And they might have come up on the screen here that people have input. There's
Okay.
enough sun on here that I can't read them. I can see kind of the screen, but I can't read anything.
Well, we've got 3 different reporters that have been sending me scores directly, but the last I heard there were no other streams going at the time. So Mark Morris, who had a pretty tough inning there, that last defensive inning, maybe can make up with it with a run here.
Oh, pop up is going to be foul right behind him. Kind of has that nice little step into the swing before he does it. Puts a little more body momentum in. Dropping right on home plate.
I'm going to make a cooler run here pretty soon for me and for you if you...
I've got plenty of water so far,
you're
but
good.
we'll have a lunch break. So
You're better prepared than me. I didn't bring my own personal
I have my
supply.
handy-dandy insulated Braille tumbler. So
Nice.
now Rich up to bat for the Archers. Yes.
Here we go. Faces, please.
Oh, first is starting to get a little warbly.
1 out. Strike.
Over the top of that by about 2 inches. Right over the top of that again. Rich has got black gloves and black sleeves on. It's got to be hot out there. Slamming it down on the ground, narrowly missing Johnny right in the center, just past Chris. He's scrambling back, but he's got it, and he's out.
Chris Dunleavy, huh? Number 8 on that putout.
I'm pretty sure that was Chris. Yep.
Well done.
Icky, nice job, Chris. That brings David up to bat.
Got a hole in my scorecard. What did Mark Morris do? Did he strike out?
Here we go. Faces, please.
I believe they had him out. I'm trying to think of who got him out.
2 out.
Okay, there are 2 outs though. No runs in, 2 outs.
No. I don't remember who got him out. Might have been a strike. I don't remember who put him out, so I'm thinking it was a strike.
It must have been a strikeout, or I would have noticed. You could put a ball in play.
Oh! David almost caught the other side of his face with that bat as he swung around. Swinging pretty hard. Oh, slam! It almost hit Johnny. Right in the center. Dropped right behind Adam. Bounced off of Cody, but he's got it and he's out.
Nice play, Cody Jeffries. They're all doing it now. Dunleavy with a putout. Jeffries with a putout. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And that's just what the doctor ordered for the Indy Thunder now. They've got a 10-run lead going to the bottom of the third. They can put this thing to bed in terms of the 12-run rule right here. And you know Booker would like to do that because he's got such a deep roster over there. He'd like to they've got a whole gaggle of rookies over there. We've seen E.J. Sellers a little bit in the last game. We saw Dylan Berry on defense, but they've got several over there that they'd like to get in. And so you know that Jared would like to get a couple more runs on the board here, get into the 12-run rule.
Put those rookies in.
Put some rookies in on defense. Give a few of them an at-bat because they're going to have a tiger by the tail in the BSO Philly Fire this afternoon. That's a team playing very well, and they think that they can compete with the Edge, let alone the Thunder at this tournament. We'll see.
Brief little cloud cover over the sun. It's just about to peek out now and bring back the sun. Chris is out. Daniel Diaz coming in for Chris.
Making sure that was the only substitution for right now. But, yep, Daniel Diaz. So there's one we mentioned. That's one of the rookies we talked about.
And he will be up after Cody Jeffries here at bat. He's getting all ready. Blindfold. Standing in the batter's box. Cody coming back up to the plate. A couple practice tosses there by Jared. Fudged off of Booker's hand there and dropped. Cody with some blue Nike cleats. Stepping off of the plate.
Texas cleat.
Very weak third. Been weak all game.
Bottom of the third.
Cody winding up. It's a little bit low on that pitch. Just dropped right before the plate. And dropping over into left field ground. Ethan's going to be hurrying to that. He's got him out.
If you hit them on the ground to Ethan, Mark, Rich Crussell, those balls will get picked up. And so it's a good solid play there to start the bottom of the third.
First up for newcomer Daniel.
All right, we'll get a look at Daniel Diaz. We have not seen him yet in a competitive beat ball game. He just joined this year. He wears number 9, which is a fairly significant number for the Indy Thunder. If anyone who's been following beat ball for a long time, you remember DeMille Wright. He wore number 9 for the Thunder. He's
Frank
retired
said
now.
hello. Somebody said to tell DB Frank said hello. So.
Which Frank? I know many.
Frank Facio?
Oh, okay. Big Frank.
And it's going to be a strike, swinging just a tad early there.
Talk about a lefty power hitter back in his heyday. Frank Fazio was one of the best. Glad you're listening in.
Took a pass.
Here it's 15-5. Thunder over Gateway. 1 out. Bottom of the third.
Cover again. And a breeze. Pop up high. It's going to come over by us. And dropped
A
over to the
little out
right.
of my reach.
Just a little bit. Got 10 foot out. But he got a hit. It's always nice to see somebody come in and get a hit on their first game. Dan Ellison also said hello. And that will be out. Bringing Adam Roddenbeck back up to bat as we get even more breeze. I have to kind of shake our tent, which feels wonderful. And I'm not even out there playing.
Somebody said the Edge is beating Boston, but they did not give me a score.
A score, gotcha.
The other two games I haven't heard anything about, except we did hear some noise from Chicago earlier.
I thought that was Chicago over there. Giving a lot of hollers over there. And Adam knocking it, swinging his bat even.
That's Ethan.
Going right to Ethan,
day.
though, and he has him out.
Yep, he got it. So that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So the Archers did what they needed to do to avoid the 12-run rule. It's 15-5 now. The Rats got to get going, though, as we're halfway through this game.
They've got to come up and do more than just hold them. They've got to take a little charge and get some runs on the board.
Top of the fourth.
As they come in, they're a little bit better coming in than they were last inning. They're a little bit more, I wouldn't say energetic, but not quite as defeated feeling or looking.
I'm going to see if I can bum a drink off someone over
They were
Yep.
a scorekeeper's table to our left. Probably they have several coolers. So about 20 feet. Correct to your right, just a hair. Right there, straight forward. And be Ethan Johnston up to bat first for the Archers as Johnny heads out to the pitching mound, and the Thunder is still making its way out onto the field to set up. Archer's pristine white jerseys are much more grass stained now. Sun is back out. We even have a couple. Thank you. We even have a couple Thunder outlaying on our field as they're ready, twisting their back.
Sorry, I hope it looked nice on the live stream that I just walked right in front of.
Got about half of you on there.
About half of me is about half too much.
Still have Kyle, I believe, out there on far right, still stretching and twisting his back out on the field. And Sun is back out in earnest again. So much for that shade.
It's going to be like this all day, but at least we've got a breeze here.
There is a little bit of a breeze every now and then. It's keeping it going. It's not quite as dead as Beaumont was, and it's certainly not as humid today. So.
I am hearing they are having stream problems on other fields with phones overheating. We appreciate the cover here for the tent cover here. That's helped us out a lot. I'm sure if we were 100% in this sun, we'd be having the same problem.
We're mostly the camera's mostly in the sun, but
Well, we've done.
so far it has
so
survived.
So far.
I have it up off the. Hopefully it's. So far it's doing all right. Jared's going out to talk with Daniel out in the field. I took his glasses so he could pull down his blindfold better. I believe that was his glass. I took something from him. Getting that check from the field. Johnny back out on the pitcher's mound and Ethan at the plate.
Top of the fourth.
And as you heard that, we are at the top of the fourth, 15-5. Thunder.
Side. Hit.
Yeah, so at the halfway point of this game, really the damaging inning was the 12-run inning by the Thunder.
Yeah, they just had to walk away there almost. There was just no stopping them. Once you get that kind of momentum, it's hard to break it. Even hitting that on a foul third base side, about 20 to 25 feet outside.
Count 03.
I can even hear the clapping over there from, I believe that's the scrappers on another field too.
Okay.
That just dropped, barely made it to Johnny's feet. It's going to be a little grounder on the left, right inside. Adam running to grab it. And
got it.
He is out.
Wasn't by much, but Adam closed in on that awfully quick, didn't he?
He hustled right up there.
He's got the ears still, the instincts, you know. When we get a little bit older, sometimes the quick first step goes away, but those ears never go. And the instinct never goes. And that was a nice play there. One down.
Here we go. Set the field.
It's going to bring Chad Dillon up to bat for the Archers, getting that base check.
Now, I do believe Chad Dillon was the last player to score for Gateway. During that 5-run second inning, they haven't scored one since.
Oh, just high over the ball, a little on the inside. Slamming it down, but onto the ground, just over to Ikram. Oh, past his hands. No. Yeah, he is going to be safe.
They get past Ikram. If it rolls past Ikram over there, somebody's got to come a long way to try to get it.
Daniel was trying to back him up, and just not quite quick enough in time.
Right.
And, Chad
Daniel's
was there
a
at the
rookie. Yeah, no, Ikram probably needed to make that play, although it had some muster on it even when it got by him. So
it's just past him, probably about 4 or 5 inches outside of his grip. Bring Demo up.
And as a defender, that's frustrating because it's on the ground, it's rolling,
there.
you get in position, you think you're lined up for it, and then the next thing you know, it's by a few inches.
Sound can be very deceiving.
So that gets the Archers back on the board. It's now 15-6.
Pop up there by Demo. It's going to be short and foul on the right.
Everything's been center and right, though, except that ball that was rolled to Adam there a minute ago. A lot of balls center and right by Gateway. They're not getting around on Johnny.
Slow swing back up to the shoulder. That was very close. It might have been a hair's breadth there between the ball and the bat. That is going to be out for Demo.
Oh, and that's an unfortunate one.
Hard call for Gateway.
Yeah, you don't see Johnny Walker strike out Morrow very often. They've been together so long.
Mark Morris up to bat.
Really use a run from Mark Morris in this 6th spot here to turn the batting order back to the top. 2 outs.
Slamming over just above Adams' head out into left.
Scrambling,
trying to get it. Cody. No, he is safe.
He's just too fast, man. Mark Morris is one of the top 5 fastest players in the league right now. And that's a big one there. All right, so 7 on the board and back up to the top. Crussell, and if he can score, then you get David Smith up.
Definitely needed by the Archers to keep that momentum. You could hear them cheering over there. They definitely need that mental boost to keep going as well. So that was a much needed boost for the entire team.
Big
We
run.
have a check out here on the ball on the field.
Oh no, if it's dead, that'd be very unfortunate.
Nope, he said he's still live.
Safe.
That counts.
Okay. Put it on the board.
So that does
15
count.
to 7. 15-7 now. Still 2 outs. Top of the 4th.
So this brings Rich up to bat.
So Crussell, he scored once. Struck out his first time up.
Got a new ball call, so Johnny's tossing across a few.
Remind you, the 2023 NBBA World Series of Beat Baseball will be held in Norman, Oklahoma, July 29th through August 5th.
Here we go. Casey's, please. 2 outs.
For more information, visit www.nbba.org.
Hard swing there, just over the pitch. Just over again. Some hard swings there by Rich.
He needs to bring it down a little bit, though, does Johnny Walker. No, brought it down too much that time, I think.
That was a little too low. Popping up, it's going to be foul over here on the right side, rolling over to the Archers.
So Crussell stays alive. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. 8-run lead for the Thunder. And I said bottom of the 4th. It's the top of the 4th. The Thunder are the home team. They have the last at bats.
And that is going to be out.
A strikeout. He's
That
struggling
is
with
rough.
Crussell. You don't see Crussell strike out often either, and that'll end the inning. Couple on the board for the Archers. And to the bottom of the 4th, it is 15 to 7. We'll see if we've got any other scoreboard updates. Nope, nothing.
I could see if I bring it back to the shade. Somebody said, good job, Chad. So Archers going back out onto the field. They look a little defeated as they're headed out there. See Chad a little bit has a little jaunt to his step. The rest of them all look like they're just struggling to go out there and finish this game up. I think we have another substitution coming in.
Looks like it's going to be the other Daniel, the other rookie Daniel Belding, who I recognize that name from blind hockey. He's a hockey player, and this is going to be his first
beat baseball excursion.
Sorry, I didn't finish that sentence because
okay.
I'm trying to. Nobody's going to report these substitutions to us, so I'm trying to listen to Booker so we can pick these up.
So Zach out.
Gregory for Zach, 13 for 24.
Kyle Lewis.
And it looks like Belding
Daniel.
will be in for Lewis. So they're starting to empty their bench a little bit as they get Bueller and Lewis out, Gregory and Belding in. Daniel Belding wears number 71 on my roster. He is another rookie. And, of course, Toby Gregory started the last game against the Archers and then came out for Adam Rodenbeck later in the game.
This will be Toby Gregory up to bat.
And they'd like to get, I know why they're putting him in here. They want to get him going. He didn't score any runs in the first game, and I think they're going to try to work out some kinks with his swing and see if they can get him rolling, because he's a productive hitter when he's putting the ball in play. Yeah, consistently. And so now's the time, they feel, up by 8 runs.
That base check.
Bottom of the fourth.
Jared. A little tap over into left. It's going to be foul. Tossed his bat a little there. Got his hand out ready for his bat. A little exhale, winding that bat back up. Scooping right underneath the ball.
He's right, though. I'd like to see him put it in play here.
Scooping underneath it again.
3 strikes. You know, and sometimes it's a mental thing. Sometimes you feel like you're doing something right, and the pitcher sees what you're doing and is trying to adjust something, and it can get a little frustrating.
He took a pass on that. Kind of twisted his shoulder in to test that swing. And it must have worked, popped up. It's going to come back to the right.
Okay. So there's the adjustment. So now they're on schedule, and now let's see if he can just put it between the baselines.
And it's going to be foul over on the left this time. Over to some cameras for the next televised game.
Yeah, well, now he was early. He was way early. He was like 45 degrees foul, but it was good contact. Well, let's see what he can do here.
A few little adjustments from Jared. It's low and pops up over there into right. It's going to be fair just aside. Rich rushing for the ball, but he's going to be safe.
That was a good base run by Toby. Boy, he can still get down.
Curved out a little bit, curved back into the end, but he still beat Rich going to the ball with his base run. I think that's a pretty happy look as he's pulled off his blindfold.
Yeah, that's his first run of the day. First run of the season. And I talked to Toby a little between games, and he wanted that first one. Now he's got it, and felt like that would, once he got one on the board, that would straighten some things out. So
get Gerald up to bat.
16-7 now, and Dykes.
High pop up over into left. It's going to be short, though. Ethan's got to rush up here to get it. But you know what? You got Gerald running.
He was halfway to the base when it hit the ground, Rosina.
Yeah, at least, if not more.
You've got literally about a second and a half. You got to hope that ball either jumps and hops up into your hands or something, or he misses a base or something, because it's just very difficult.
This is going to be that Daniel Belding up to bat.
I'm interested to see this. I've heard he's got a lot of power. He's an athlete. Like I said, he plays at an elite level in blind hockey. And that's his second sport. A lot of these guys play goal ball. Some of them run. He's a hockey player. Daniel Belding, B-E-L-D-I-N-G.
Caught that ball in the first swing.
Yep.
Just didn't pop up foul behind us.
And that means the timing's there.
Dropping along the ground. It's going to be foul. Going about 15 feet out. Almost right on that right baseline. Slamming and bouncing down just past Jared's, gone out, just past Ethan's hands. Mark is headed for the ball. He's got him out, I believe. Hold on.
No call. They're going to have to talk about it. They didn't even make a
discuss.
preliminary call. Usually.
Are they calling that safe or out?
Well, wait a minute now. Who called that? Jerry Wendell or the ump? I didn't
I'm
hear
still
a call.
waiting for the ump call. Calling him
And
safe.
it is safe.
So not
Daniel
only does
Belding.
he get to bat up and make a good contact his first time up, he scores a run.
All right, so that's the first run of Daniel Belding's competitive beat ball career, right there. And it is now 17-7 Thunder.
18, I believe. I think it's 18.
Let's see. Gregory came in for Bueller. They had 15.
So I had that one with
Gerald Deichel. Where did Deichel score 2? You are absolutely right. It's 18-7. Yeah, because Gregory scored, Deichel scored, Belding
Gregory
scored,
did
right?
get his in.
Yeah. Gregory, yep, Toby scored. 18-7.
I've got another substitution.
All right, so they're
Cody
going.
is out.
Dylan Berry's going to get an at-bat. They are 1 run away with nobody out from the 12-run rule. So now they're just going to empty their bench, see if any of these kids can get that one. Here's Dylan Berry. We saw him a little bit at the World Series last year. He's technically not a rookie, but he's certainly a young guy.
Number 12, Dylan Berry up to bat.
So we've seen E.J. Sellers in the first game, and we've seen Diaz, Belding,
And
now Berry.
Over the ball a touch. I got a tip on that as it rolled straight back by the scorekeepers. Making contact. It's just going about 15 feet out, so that's going to be not enough to keep it fair. He is getting contact, and he is hitting it.
He's a good defensive player. And we did see him score a run or two last year, but
Contact right out over into left. Ethan's running for it. I hope that's not a collision here. Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
He swerved just at the last minute.
and they had to yell. Somebody had to give the stop command because it was a little bit off target. So that's one out. That's how you learn the game. You know, you've got a lot of trial and error and things of that nature. Base running in this sport with a blindfold on can be tough.
And have Daniel back up to bat. Daniel Diaz.
What?
Two newbies that are both Daniels.
Bases, please.
First base.
3-0 Indy edge after 2. That's the last score I got on that game.
3-0.
Over.
Oh, that was a tick.
No Nick Mulherron, I'm told, for the Indy edge today.
Oh, another tick.
Fourth inning. Cleveland Scrappers up 4-3 on the Philly Fire right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Is right.
Well, they actually have, I was very impressed with Scrappers this morning. And a high popper up by this Daniel, way up into right field. Just bounced out almost on Rich Russell's head. More everybody's scrambling. But he is safe. He had quite a bit of airtime there. That was probably about 120 feet up. Almost when it come down, Rich was right under it. I was afraid it was going to hit his head.
Wow.
Next to him, bounced back wildly.
And that was huge. And Dylan Berry scores. So, and that now.
No, that one is Daniel Diaz.
That was Diaz.
That
Diaz.
was Daniel
They got
Diaz.
so many kids out there right now. I'm having trouble keeping them all straight. But what we can keep straight now is that the 12-run rule will be in effect at the end of this half inning.
I have Adam up to bat.
19-7.
Yeah, he did have a little bit of power there. That hit, he just had to connect. Getting a new ball.
a wind gust came up at a very inopportune time, just as I was grabbing a roster, and which caused several others to blow everywhere. So I'm leaning on Rosina here while I get my act together over here, y'all.
It's all good. Yeah, Adam up to bat. The breeze did feel good anyway, so
It did.
I'll take it. Still getting a call for another ball. They did not like that one after a couple tosses. I'm gonna try another. I think we're on ball 9.
Yeah, then that's not a good ratio here. The first, although like I said, the first game we were all right, all things considered.
Getting a base check, so I think we're happy with this ball now. Just over the top of that. Pop up, it's going to be short and foul. Almost stepped on it as he was running by. Comes sauntering back. Adam definitely has that little sauntering walk there, kind of not really up on his tippy toes, but just a very casual, happy walk. Everything is right in the world. Baseball's going on. Sunny Saturday.
Teams winning.
Going just underneath that pitch. Still got a grin on his face.
So for anyone who's not familiar with the 12-run rule, the Archers will have 6 outs.
And a high pop-up. It's going to be in to right. Rich has got, is it going to stay fair? It's right on the line. And ooh, I'm not sure what they're going to call that one. We'll see. Ump is going to have to double check. That was almost like instantaneous. See what we're calling.
That's a tough call.
That's I'm conferring here.
You know? The Thunder bench acted like he was safe. Safe,
okay.
All right, another close call goes the Thunder's way. It's 20-7 now. Bottom of the 4th. We will be in the 12-run rule, which means the Archers will bat their 5th and 6th innings, so 6 outs. And if they can't make up the difference in those 6 outs, the game would end at that point.
We're double checking. We're reconferring on this. The first baseman, who was much closer to Rich, is thinking that he might have had that. So he is describing to the ump how he was holding it with his hands. So now he is rechecking with the ump over up in the back center. See which way this goes. And headed back over to third.
It's inconsequential to the outcome of this game, although it's always constant.
Well, you still would like that credit for that.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
For that out, if you have it.
If you had it, or if you had the run. Well, they might be about to get their last rookie that I haven't seen in yet. Xavier Wallace.
It's calling him safe. Yep.
He did. They're sticking with the call. And they're going to take Dykus out, it looks like. Well, of the on-deck circle, and Xavier Wallace will be in the 2nd spot in the order.
We have Toby up to bat.
Toby will be up, and then since there's only 1 out, then we're going to guarantee that the other one will get an at-bat. We haven't seen Xavier Wallace yet, but we will. So they've pretty well emptied their bench now. And if this is, if you're Booker, this is exactly what you wanted to do, was to jump out to a lead here so that you could get all of these folks into the game. And it may not be so easy going forward as you advance in this tournament. They've got Philly coming up this afternoon, and then if you're the Thunder, hopefully a championship game tomorrow morning.
Another breeze coming through, and a little bit of cloud cover. Toby Gregory up with his yellow, gold, and black gloves. Swinging the bat back up over the shoulder. Just barely under the ball.
a Chicago score.
And a high pop-up over into left. I don't know if it's going to... Yeah, it's bouncing foul. He's 2/3 of the way down, and he's turn around, come back, and try to repeat with a fair ball.
Well, it's good practice. You got almost down and got to turn right around and do it again. Do it again.
Go for that repeat performance with a few feet adjustment.
And for those following along, at the conclusion of this game, they'll take a lunch break, and then we'll be back at around 2:15 or so this afternoon.
Took a pass, leaned his shoulder in to catch a feel for the sound. Grounder over into left. It's going to be to Ethan, and he's grabbed it and he's out.
It's 2 outs.
So we got Xavier coming up.
Xavier Wallace, again, another one of this 2023 recruiting class.
He is a left-handed hitter. White gloves, getting a feel for home plate, where he wants to be. Getting a little straightening out there from Jared. Nods at his head. Yes, he hears him and is ready. A little late on that swing. Oh, tipping off, dropping on his foot, back behind him, getting some contact. Over the top. Almost have that last one.
So that's 3 outs. That'll end the 4th inning.
Bringing the Archers in, a lot to overcome.
Well, the Archers will be out there. We're in the 12-run rule now, so
they're making their way in. Let's see what they can.
I'll make sure I have the score right. I believe it's 20-7.
20-7.
That's what I have. Yep, 20-7. And that's tough. There'll be other days for the Archers, but right now, in 2 games, this has not been at all the way that they wanted to start out. And they're just going to have to go back to square one and back to the drawing board and try to figure this out. They're a better team than this. They've got, on paper, they've got a ton of talent.
Just got to put that into,
they got to put
get
it all
those
together.
Connections and get those hits, and then hustle out there on the defense, put it all together in a one package deal. Got David out there joining the Thunder squad over there to clock
Michael
the cheer
Lewis
on.
is going in for someone on defense for the Thunder. I'm not sure who he's going in for Ikram. So 99 Ikram is going to be out. Michael Lewis, who is 51?
Let me look.
Michael Lewis.
He's 51, yes.
It's a huge roster, y'all, man, and I'm not kidding you.
David up to bat for the Archers, looking to pull in the first of hopefully many for the Archers to stay alive.
What's the score?
We just got confirmation from the scores table. It is 20-7.
Now we must have been doing something right.
Well, they must have paid attention in math classes.
Maybe not math class, but in kindergarten I learned how to count, so I probably paid attention back then.
Our afternoon game here on the NBBA page on Facebook Live, we think, will be the Indy Edge and the Bayou City Heat, unless Richie Flores tells us otherwise.
I'm not sure what field we will be on. Got a little setup there out in the field as we have several of the younger rookies out there out in the field getting set up by the spotters.
Here we go. Faces, please.
And David Smith up to bat. Double confirming if that base was facing correctly. Back up and at the ready.
Ready, ball. Strike. Go, baby.
A little high on his swing over the top of that pitch. Taking off, that was right in the center of the bat. Just rolled right up and over the top. A little low on the pitch, bat sliding right over it.
Batter's out.
It's 1 out, and there was no contact whatsoever there. And it's different, you know, you're going from one pitcher that you're used to swinging off of to one that you're not usually used to, but that's the nature of playing with one team for just one tournament.
Ethan up to bat for the Archers.
So down to 5 outs now in this game. Chasing 13 runs.
A little bit low on that pitch. Ethan scooped right over the top of it. And a tick off going over to the Thunder's bench.
So if this score holds up here, the Thunder will go to 2-0 on the day, and they will be in the driver's seat going into that game against the Philly Fire. And Philly is, last we saw, locked up in a tough one with Cleveland. It's another strike.
Tipping off over, watch your feet.
Now, I have no excuse for why I didn't stop that one, because that was within range.
Count is 0-3.
I was just slow.
That was some bad defense there.
Yes, it was. That's why I'm with you and not out there with them. And there's an out, so that's 2 outs now.
That's 2 outs.
They're not even.
So bring Chad up.
That's discouraging. I mean, you know, David Smith doesn't usually play with them, so you can understand that strikeout, but you don't see Ethan striking out like that much off Johnny Walker. So Chad Dillon's had a good day, though. He scored a couple runs for them.
Getting a check on the bases. Winding up the bat.
Dillon's had some success going opposite field here today.
Right over the top of that by about an inch. It's almost an identical repeat. He's got his hand on his hip. What? I thought he was going to take a pass. Oh, that one was low. And a slammer out into just over Daniel Diaz's head, over and right. And he is safe. That would have been Daniel Belding, who was making the attempt. Not quite in time, though. Chad gets a run for.
So third run of the game for Chad Dillon. And meanwhile, on the other side of that, this is good reps, this is good experience and game action for these rookies who will improve. But the game sometimes can move a little quick for you. That was going to be a tough play for anybody, though, I think.
Had quite a bit of air before it come back down. It was right over Daniel's head. Those poppers, those are hard to get in time. This brings Demo up to the plate.
I'm impressed. This is as well as I've seen Chad Dillon hit in one game. He's hit 3 really good balls. He scored on 3 of them.
Over by about an inch.
So Morrow now, he scored once.
Slammer line drive out into left past Diaz. Oh, he's got low. He's gonna. He has him out. He's got him out. That would have been Daniel Belding.
51.
Daniel Belding.
Yeah.
No, not Daniel Belding.
I think that's Michael Lewis, 51.
Yeah, Michael
that made
Lewis.
That put out.
Yeah. It's at 51. It's 71. Or 51, not 71.
So that'll take us straight into the top of the 6th because that's the third out of that.
That was the third out. So
they got 1 run in the inning, so it's 20-8, and we got Booker making more subs. I thought he had everybody in this game already. Apparently, I was wrong.
no, he's got, let's see, number 31 going in.
Who is 31?
Which is Rebecca Lewis.
Okay, Rebecca Lewis is going to go in real quick here.
Let's see who she's
James
going in
Michaels
for.
is unavailable. He's got a rib injury, so we won't see him. Oh, Chase Dickey, I think, is going in. Is that Chase Dickey?
21.
21. Is that Chase Dickey? Yep.
21 is Clint Woodward.
Oh, no, that's Clint. Hold on.
Yep.
I should have known that, too, because he's been 21 for a long time. Clint has.
So yeah, Rebecca Lewis is going to be where Daniel Diaz was. Daniel Diaz is going to move over a little more to the center. Oh, and we have 54 going in.
That's Chase Dickey, I think.
Let's see who is. Yeah, that's Chase Dickey.
All right, so
So
they
we got
have
3 new ones in.
I think they've gotten every available player into this game from over there now. It's hectic, though. The recommended, at least, what I would consider the recommended roster size as far as players and for a beat baseball season is somewhere between 12 and 15. These guys have 22, so it becomes a little bit
Hard
tough
to get everybody
manage.
in. Yeah, sometimes it gets hard to get all those people
that's
in.
very hectic when you're trying to try to do that. They've gotten a lot of them in this game.
So
We haven't seen E.J.
Mark
Sellers in this game, but we saw him last game.
and the first one. It's going to be a strike for Mark. Just over the top of that pitch.
Well, I mentioned that Fire Scrappers was a 1-run game. The Fire have erupted in the 3rd inning. It is now 13-4 Philly over Cleveland. So if that holds up, the Fire and the Thunder will be 2-0 going into this afternoon's game, and the winner of that game will play in the championship.
Oh, slammed down on the ground right past Clint. They're going to have to scramble, but he is safe. That is a run for Mark, bringing them up to 9. And that will bring Rich back up to bat.
That's more like it.
Still a little talking out there in the field.
Still no Chicago Bayou City score, guys, and I'm sorry about that. We are It's on the
Bouncing
ground.
down on the ground, right over to Rebecca. She's got to get it. She's there. She get it in the air. She is out.
Got it.
She got it.
Rebecca with a put out.
Girl power.
She is the lone female player on the Indy Thunder roster, and she's getting in and making a play. Good for her.
It's going to bring David back up to bat.
You'd like to see him get one good one. This has got to have been frustrating. He did score once.
It'd be nice to have another good solid hit.
The Archers got most of their runs in the second inning. They did score 5 in that inning, and it was looking decent for them for a minute.
Yeah, they were looking really well right there, holding everything down.
But then the
that
Thunder.
third. Yeah.
Then that third, the Thunder got, I believe, a dozen in the bottom of the second and didn't get any easier after that.
It was like 8 or 9 right in a row. High over the ball. Just leave it.
Hopefully we're facing a different direction for the next game because the wind blowing right at us is wreaking havoc on it.
We got a pop up right into the catcher's net. Had a good hard connection.
Edge 4, Boston 1 after 3.
Oh, he hesitated and then swung. That one.
Down to the last out now.
Had to bring Ethan up to bat.
Here you go. We set the field. Patience, please.
Let's go, E. I want to bat again.
Bouncing down on the ground, right down the center. Clint rushing over for the ball. He's scooping it. He has him out.
That's it. That's your ball game, and the Indy Thunder win. I have the final of 20-9.
That is what I have. Is 20.
So the Thunder go to 2-0. They'll take on the Philly Fire. Winner of that game will play tomorrow in the championship game, and the Gateway Archers are 0-2, and they will play Cleveland to finish out the day. Those games will start around between 2 and 2:30, I would say, depending on how fast we get done with everything. And those are Eastern times, by the way. Adjust for your time zones.
And do we have any other totals from any of the other games?
Right now, they're still going on. This is the first one to finish. I've got 13-4, Philly Fire over Cleveland Scrappers. That's in the fourth. I have the Indy Edge at 4-1 over Boston, but that score is sort of old. And I have not gotten anything yet out of the Chicago Bayou City game over there.
So that is the second game for the day here at North Central High School for the Indy Thunder Beat Ball Bonanza. Please stay tuned for us this afternoon for our third game of the day. Thank you for joining us here. You all have a wonderful day, and I hope you're staying warm or cool inside in some air conditioning.